Namaste and greetings, my friends. In this video, I am talking about how you can control your mind. My friend Shashwat in India has asked me this question on WhatsApp. And I think to me, it's very easy to control the mind, but it takes practice. And I think that's one important thing to realize, that this society is so focused on our intellect and building our intellect. So we become very aware of going faster, of our minds, to think better, to do better. You know, the schooling system is training us to do this. And it's kind of like a survival in this world, to think fast. But when you want to finally relax at the end of the day, the mind keeps going and going. And, you know, this fast mind, as I'm sure you're aware of, can cause stress in the body. It can create chronic stress over time. And stress has a lot of detrimental effects to the overall health and well-being of your body and your lifestyle and how you're feeling every day. You know, it might make you feel miserable if you're carrying stress for a long period of time. So there's a few ways that you can work with your mind, and meditation is one of them. So I'd like to share I think there's 3 ways I want to share with you, but first that came to mind right now is the meditation. Meditation with mudras easily relaxes the mind. It calms the mind. It relaxes the body. The Gyan mudra is my favorite mudra, and it's used for meditation around the world. It is something you can use quite safely. But I would recommend, the Daily Mudras app, your phone app. You can get on your phone. It's made in India, so it's got good quality information in it about mudras. And you can look at that phone app and you can read about the mudras, and it'll tell you how long it's safe to hold each mudra, which mudra is good for which physical ailment, for meditation, for spirituality. So this is one thing I would recommend, meditation with mudras, like the Gyan mudra, to control your mind. Now, you don't have to do it for very long every day, but it does need to be a regular practice. And the more you do it, the more, maybe the less grasp your mind will have on your overall life. And you'll start to realize that it's becoming more quiet. Or at least you can say, hey, quiet mind, and it will start to become quiet. So another way, the second way I'm going to share with you about how you can control your mind, is to do a brain dump. Now, I'm a big fan of this exercise, and I created it specifically designed for my students in my courses. I teach the mysteries of a modern mystic, teaching people how to develop their psychic and intuitive abilities. And I believe that this technique is foundational knowledge. It must be done in order to be a healer, in order to be a Reiki master. I have seen many Reiki practitioners and Reiki masters in different parts of the world that are unaware of their thoughts and are unaware of their emotions and the feelings they're generating. They're unaware of the toxic patterns in their unconsciousness that arise throughout their life. And they are unaware, they don't have the psychic abilities. And when you're a healer, this is really of utmost importance for many reasons. One is that you're working with another person's energies, and they have particular energies that they carry. So if you pick up their energies, you can pick up on their thoughts, their feelings, emotions. So if you're not consciously aware of what you already have within you, you can pick up from them. Yeah, so it's really important to be consciously aware of your thoughts. Another very important reason to, for healers to be aware of this is they might be giving bad energy. The healing room has to be purified in energies and thoughts and emotions in order for the healing to be effective, and so the client won't take anything negative. But this includes working with the non-physical beings that are always around you, and you can pick them up on the street. They might follow your home. And again, if you're not aware of your thoughts and your energies, they can play a lot of games in your life, and you might not know about it. Like you might suddenly get exhausted, drained or something. It's probably because you've carried something home. So this is a very good reason to be aware of your thoughts and have more control of these thoughts. So we go back to the brain dump activity that I'm a huge fan of, and I designed it in this particular way so that you can really grasp the natural patterns of your own mind. Then you become consciously aware as they do pop up, because you know that those patterns are there. The brain dump activity is very simple to do. For 5 to 10 minutes each day. I would say a minimum of 7 days, but a maximum of 21 days. So somewhere between there, until you are aware of the patterns in the normal everyday life, that you just go, oh yeah, I know that pattern. I did write it down in the brain dump. That's when you know you're starting to become aware of it. And so just do it for that many days until you become more aware of the patterns. Now, the patterns of the brain dump, it's not a thought journal. I've had some people have a bit of misunderstanding. It's not a thought journal. The brain dump works like this. So you have a thought in your mind that pops up. And while you're watching this video, you have thoughts in your mind pop up. Those are the thoughts that you're writing down on the paper. Every single thought that pops in your head. So for instance, you first start the brain dump exercise and you write down the first thought that pops into mind, like, why am I doing this exercise, right? So you write, why am I doing this exercise? And then another thought pops in, oh geez, I forgot to get the bread. You write that down, I forgot to get the bread. Next thought that pops up in your mind might be, the dog's barking outside. Oh, the damn dog's being, barking. You write that down. All the thoughts that pop up in your mind between this 5 to 10 minute window period. Now, ideally, you should have a thought journal, not a thought journal, but a book that you can write everything from your brain dump down. This exercise in itself will help you become more aware of the thoughts that are in your mind. And when you're more aware of them, you have more control over them. Yeah? Because if then you just... Now, especially one thing with the brain dump. If you stop writing, if you have a thought in your mind and you're feeling a bit, oh my goodness, a bit shameful, a bit guilty, you feel you just had a rude thought in your mind and you don't write it down. But you have to write down every thought, because the idea is to become aware of the thought patterns, yeah? If you stop writing any thought, if there's one thought pops, your thoughts are going to stop. Okay, so a good visual to start the brain dump. You have your notebook that's only for the brain dump. You intend to write down for 5 to 10 minutes, no one disturbing you. Imagine yourself sitting in the movie theater and you have a movie screen in front of you. It can be a TV if you like. And on that screen that you have in front of you, you're watching your thoughts like a movie. They just pop up. They come and they go. They come and they go. They come and they go. And you just write down what you're seeing on the movie screen. It kind of depersonalizes things a bit. So that's 2 ways of starting to control your mind. It must become an everyday practice. This is really, really important. The meditation itself will just help you become aware of the thoughts, because you become more sensitive to them, I think. But the brain dump is something that you can do. If you not really feel like doing meditation, then you can do the brain dump. So when you're aware of the thoughts that are popping up and you feel like there's too many of them, I find The third technique I'm going to share with you is one of my favorites that I've done a few times, and every single time it's really, really effective, is just to simply do the movie theater exercise without the writing down. So you imagine yourself, you're sitting in a movie theater and you're watching the screen or the TV again, and you watch a thought come and go. You must watch both. You watch it come into your mind and then it goes out. It comes into your mind and then it goes out. It comes into your mind and then it goes out. And all you do is observe. You just simply watch your thoughts. That sounds pretty easy to do. But when you first begin this exercise, you'll find it quite difficult to watch them. But the more you do it, the easier it gets. And the easier it gets, the quieter your thoughts become. Why is this? When you watch your thoughts and you watch them like, you're watching them come and go for about 5 minutes, eventually you get this serenity. It's like you've stepped back from the monkey mind and you're just watching it. And as you're watching it, it starts to become more peaceful and serene. Now, if you're working in the area of magic or astral projection or even as a healer, it is recommended to be able to do the no thought practice for at least 10 minutes. And this is for the reasons I've said before, is because your thoughts can come from a variety of different sources and you must be able to control, or at least observe what's happening, control and observe what's happening in your mind, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions. So this activity of watching the movie screen gets you to that point of no thought. Or at least the thoughts get very quiet, and then you have to observe even the very quiet thoughts that are going in the background. Sometimes they're so sneaky that it's like they tiptoe in and then there's this background thought. You go, hey, I just saw you. Then you watch that thought. So that's 3 activities that you can do to get more control over your mind. Shashwat, I hope this really helps you. It's such an honor to be connected with you and to be your friend. So 3 activities. The first one, what was the first one again, guys? Okay, well, the second one was the brain dump, and the first one was the brain dump. No, the second one was the brain dump. The third one was the journal. No, we didn't do a journal. The third one is the movie theater. The second one is the brain dump, and the first one is meditation. There you go. Okay, well, I hope this gave you some ideas. The most important thing, and I'm going to stress, is that it must become a daily practice. So thanks for watching, guys. Please hit the subscribe button and like the video for me. And, say hello, say good day. Thanks for watching. Bye.